Shri Guru Charana Kamalebhyo Namaha. There were 88,000 sages gathered in the holy place called Naimisharanya forest, where Suta Goswami was the speaker and Saunak Rishi represented 88,000 rishis as their leader, asking questions to Suta Goswami, the speaker of ЩRީMAD Bhāgavatam. That happened 5,000 years ago, where Saunak Rishi, on behalf of 88,000 rishis, sages asked question about the past life of Prahlad Maharaj. That how come Prahlad had so much of tolerance and a big demon and became a great devotee? He wanted to know what was he in his past life. Who was he in his past life? Answering the question of Saunak Rishi, Sri Suta Goswami spoke, saying that, "O sages, please listen to me. Now I tell you about past life of Prahlad Maharaj." He said, in previous ages, demigods would come to earth whenever they wanted and would return. Similarly, human beings who would perform great austerities, due to the potency of their austerities, would also go sometimes to heaven, stay there as long as they wanted, and would return with the same body. Many kings from earth went to heaven to rule there whenever it was required due to absence of the king of heaven, Indra. When Indra would become absent in heaven due to some circumstances, earthly king would be invited to rule up there and return after finishing the rule, duration of rule required. All this would happen in previous ages. The Brahmins would perform great austerities and would live very perfect life and had all Vedic qualities in them, no vices. So the Brahmins carried a lot of potency in them in previous ages because of austerities and perfect life. So whenever it was necessary, they would curse somebody or bless somebody. If they were made angry, then they would curse. If they were pleased, they would bless. So after becoming angry, if Brahmin cursed somebody, that person who is cursed would catch hold of their feet and beg pardon and please them, and Brahmin immediately would give up their anger and would tell the remedy of how to reduce the potency of their curse. Like that. Once one is cursed, it's not possible to remove the curse, only can reduce the potency of the curse. Such things which would take place in previous ages, people who are born nowadays cannot believe. But it all happened. Just like hundreds of years ago, nobody would believe that there would be planes in the sky flying with 1,000 people. 1,000, 2,000 kilometers per hour. They did not believe. They could not believe. If you told them there would be a telephone, even if 30 years ago, if you were told that there would be a telephone ringing in your pocket without lines, would not believe. There would be internet, they would not believe. Similarly, nowadays people don't believe that these things happen. They could go to heaven and come back. They don't believe. But they should believe, because we believe that there is a phone ringing in your pocket, it's an internet. Even though it did not exist 30 years ago. In our lifetime, this happened. Purity is lost in present age. People don't want to perform austerity, live correct life. They don't want. They want to enjoy sense gratification. Kaler dosh nidhi rajan. Kaliyuga is full of faults. That's why. The faith, belief from their heart and mind has gone, evaporated. Only doubts sat in their heart. Doubts come and sit in their heart and don't go out. That's what is happening in modern day public. In Kaliyuga, people do not have faith in spiritual life because there is no control of their senses and mind. They cannot control their senses and mind. They engage in frivolous, treacherous, sinful activities freely. That's why no good symptoms and cleanliness, austerity, simplicity is not available in their heart, in them. In previous ages, people did not care much about lusty women, society girls, and extravagance of opulences. They would not care much. That's why if somebody would perform any austerity, rigorous austerity, the King of Heaven would send down a society girl called Apsara, lusty woman, sent down to earth to seduce the person who is performing austerity, so his purity gets lost. Because Indra has a fear in his heart that somebody, after performing austerity here on earth, can occupy his seat and he will be out of job. Like that. So, society girl of heaven is called Apsara in Sanskrit. And they are very lusty by nature. They don't grow more than 16 years of age. They always remain that much age. And they are very lusty by nature. So they would send the Apsara down to earth to break the vow of austerity of an austere person and remove his purity, so he becomes purity-less. Not impure, but purity-less. That was the test of saintly person on earth in those days. Nowadays, anybody becomes attracted to any human being with opposite gender at any time. If you are a real devotee, and performing nice devotional life, either man or woman, lady or man, no problem. Everybody is equal. Performing real sincere devotional life, chanting japa on time, everything is okay. Material nature makes you become attracted to man or woman. Man becomes attracted to woman and gives up spiritual life. Woman becomes attracted to man, gives up purity. Like that. That happens now. In previous ages, human beings could live hundreds and thousands of years. And due to performing austerities, they would even increase that. Even now, duration of life for every creature is decided to be 100 years. But if one performs austerity, penance and yoga, they can increase their duration of life. We see in India, in Himalayas, you go there, hundreds of years old people are there. They don't have gray hairs. I have seen with my own eyes. We talked, discussed. They're there. They look same. Even I have seen for 50 years, they look exactly same, no difference. And we have discussions like that. Today, no. Previous ages, hundreds and thousands of years, while performing austerity, they would stop eating any food or drink in a drop of water. They would not eat or drink for so long, perform austerities. And they don't lose their energy. But now, even for 1 or 2 days, you stop eating or drinking, your face will fade away. What do you call? Dwindle. And vigor will go. You will look like, he has not eaten for ages. That's why nowadays it's very difficult to perform austerity. And people don't want austerity. They don't want to do austerities. They think austerity is meant for somebody else, not for them. Like that, this has become Kaliyuga, like so bad. That's why in the scriptures it is decided austerity for Kaliyuga is to follow the orders of the spiritual master. When a disciple follows the orders of the spiritual master till their last breath, that is called austere person in Kaliyuga. First thing, is very difficult to find a scripturally authorized perfect guru. By chance, if you found a perfect guru who is scripturally authorized, you don't like to follow his instructions because he gives strict instructions and you don't want to follow that because it is austere. Don't want to follow austerity. So the main austerity in Kaliyuga is to follow Guru's orders. Whatever he tells you, till you die, you got to follow. That is called austere person in Kaliyuga. Very difficult to find a real Guru. If you found one, you are greatly fortunate. You find only fake Guru who are hoax, no good. They themselves may be going to hell. You may go with them. So you have to watch out. If you have a wrong Guru, change immediately. Don't waste your time. You get no offense giving up a wrong Guru who is not authorized by scriptures. You even get merits for relinquishing such a Guru. Important thing is to understand this point, that you get no offense for relinquishing unscriptural Guru and you gain merits for relinquishing a Guru who is not authorized by scriptures. Don't waste your time. Time is very valuable. Ayushakhyana ekopi na labhyate swarna kotivhi. Even you spend millions and millions to get one moment back into your life, which you have spent already, is not possible. One moment cannot return, which is wasted. So don't waste your life in that way. Kaler dos nidhe rajan asti heko mahadguna kirtana deva krishnasya mukta bandha param braje. बंधे को बंधा मिले तो छूटे कौन उपाय, सेवा करो निर्बंध की पल में दे छुड़ाए. One handcuffed person cannot release another's handcuffs. One has to be free from handcuffs to release somebody's handcuffs. One who is tied by rope of birth and death into this creation cannot release another one who is tied to this creation of birth and death. One has to be free from birth and death to relieve somebody from birth and death, like that. Sri Sutta Goswami says, O sages, Harinam Sankirtana and Japa means chanting congregationally and chanting on rosary beads is the remedy for Kaliyuga to get emancipation. And that chanting can only be done on beads after receiving initiation from a scripturally authorized spiritual master. Sutta Goswami further says, O sages, at the time of creation there was a city named Dwaraka surrounded by ocean. And that Dwaraka, after some ages, some age, destroyed by Gandharvas, singers of heaven, musicians of heaven. They're not ordinary people from heaven. So they destroyed, dismantled Dwaraka. They remain habitationless for a long time, and then was re-inhabited by Lord Krishna 5,000 years ago. In that Dwaraka, in those days, in ancient time, there was a Brahmin living. His name was Sevasarma. In those days, time of creation, he was a very austere and great devotee of the Lord. He had all symptoms of a Vaishnava, very simple living and high thinking. He had 5 sons. Their names were Yajna Sarma, Veda Sarma, Dharma Sarma, Vishnu Sarma, and Soma Sarma. These sons also, because they grew up under his direction, so they were all pious Vaishnavas, had all good qualities required in Brahmin society. The youngest son of him, called Soma Sarma, he is the one took birth as Prahlad in the demonic dynasty of Hiranyakashipu, became his son. This Soma Sarma was very religious, pious, spiritually inclined, learned in the scriptures, worshipping Krishna following all rules and regulations, thinking of Krishna, always, all time. Even then he took birth as Prahlad. Due to that he took birth as Prahlad. He was always contemplating on Lord Krishna, all the time. When his father died, Shiva Sarma was his father. When his father died, Soma Sarma, the youngest son of him, he left the house and went to Gandaki river where the Salagram Shilas are found. Went there on the bank of river and he sat there and performed austerities and meditated on Lord Krishna. While performing austerity, he would think 24 hours a day about Lord Krishna. When his time of departure from this earth came, means the end of life came, that very end day, last day, there was a feud between demons and demigods. So the demons taking big army from earth, going, marching towards heaven to have a battle with demigods. So they were shouting, kill the demigods, arrest the demigods, chop the head demigod, don't let them go free. All these demons are shouting. So they were walking, they were going, and they passed through this Soma Sarma, where he was performing austerity in the last moments of life. And he saw the demons and shouting like this, we are demons, we are coming, we are demons, we are coming. They had ferocious forms. All that he saw. Nyaya Shastra says, Ante yamati sagati. Whatever at the time of death, your mind is set and you see and you hear. That destination you attain. That is Nyaya Shastra. Lord Krishna also speaks in the Bhagavad Gita, Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajantyante kalevaram tam tamaivaiti kaunteya sada tad bhava bhavita. Whatever you think, whomever you think, whatever comes to your thinking at the time of departure, whatever contemplation you have, at the time of departure of this body, that you attain without fail. So, this Soma Sarma thought of the demons and heard their voices helpless because they are passing through him. And he died. So he became son of Hiranyakashipu. When he was in the womb of his mother Kayadhu, due to great austerity and contemplation of Lord Krishna from past life, he got opportunity to have a correct guru, perfect guru. One cannot have perfect guru unless one has good karma from past life. You must remember this. You must know this. That you remain attached to the wrong guru, you do everything for him. Why? Because your karma in past life is no good. That's why you are so attached to the wrong guru who is not authorized by scripture. Guru should be liberated, and such a guru can only be found due to great merits from past life. Past karma must be good to have a correct guru. Some people, I did not know where is Lithuania. They did not know where I exist. They came all the way from Lithuania and become nice devotees, wonderful devotees. Where is Turkey? I know where Turkey is. I went there flying, stopping plane for fuel. I did not know them. They came all the way to Vrindavan, seeking for leaves, and they found leaves in our ashram. Certain leaves we have. Only certain kind of leaves, only maybe few ashrams have in Vrindavan. So this guy came to our place just for leaves, not for me. Become nice devotee. Why they got correct guru? Where is Brazil? I don't know. I never been there. That person became attached to me before seeing me. And he is holding our website. Such a nice person. How it happened? Only due to past karma. So, this Soma Sarma had a very good karma in his past life, in his life. So, when he came in the womb as Prahlad, in the womb of Kayadu, got opportunity to have Narad Muni as teacher. Listening to Narad Muni is chanting, Narad Muni is speaking, all philosophy. We have spoken already. This only due to his good karma as Soma Sarma. One who has good karma, they cannot go to wrong guru is not possible. One who has bad karma in his past life, even good guru comes and they hear and see him, they hate him, they don't like him, they suspect him, they cannot tolerate him, they cannot bear him. That's all happens. Some people, they get good guru, they don't follow him too. They don't follow his instructions. That is also bad karma. Due to previous austerities, Narada Muni came to them. Narada Muni came to him. Narada Muni's focus was in the devotee inside the womb, not on Kayadu. When baby came out, his name became Prahlad. Sutta Goswami speaks this. Due to his great austerities from past life and contemplation of Lord Krishna, he developed forbearance, tolerance in this life and contemplating all the time on Lord Krishna. Krishna graha gruhitatma na veda jagadidrusham. Such a person, all the time thinking about Krishna. Possessed by Lord Krishna. It's like a possessed person. See? So, Sutta Goswami further says, O sages, you know, let me tell you, O sages, how many times Nrsimhadev appeared in this planet, how many times Prahlad took birth in this world, there are no counts. Many times it happened. You only know about once. How many times this creation took place and destroyed? Nobody can count. That many times it happened. You only know about one or two. Just as some moths, bacteria and worms, germs, they take birth and die within few hours and think this is the 100 years of, because every creature has 100 years as per their calculation. So these worms and germs, bacteria, moth, they take birth, they grow, they stay for some time, they produce their children, they become old and dwindle and die. They think they are living 100 years, they produce their children, they fight themselves, they do everything. And we think it's only few hours they live. As for us, there are 24 hours in a day. In that, these so many worms, germs, they take birth. There is 100 years for them. For us, it's only just 24 hours. For us, there are 365 days in a year. One whole year, lots. But that is just 2 fortnights for the forefathers and 1 day for the demigods. They think is 1 day for us is 1 whole year. My goodness. Look, like we are thinking for the moth. Satyuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, Kaliyuga. The 4 yugas, when they pass 1,000 times, these 4 cycles, 1,000 times 4 cycles means 4,000 yugas. In that, there are 14 Indras they pass and 14 Manus they pass. That is just 1 day of Lord Brahma. So Lord Brahma thinks it's only for is 1 day for me. There are 1,000 yugas, 1,004 cycles of yugas. Just see. Brahma has 360 days in his year and lives for 100 years. And that is just 1 breath of Mahavishnu. 1 breath of the Vishnu lying in the milk ocean. See? And that is just an exhale. Inhale is different. Exhale of Lord Vishnu is 1 whole life of Lord Brahma, 100 years in his calculation. Our calculation, trillions and trillions of years. Yasyeka nishwasita kala mathavalambya jivanti loma virajag jagadandanatha. The life of Brahma is just 1 exhale. And inhale is the same life of Lord Brahma. When he inhales, whole creation, including Brahma, goes inside him. And when he exhales, whole creation comes out from him. So how many breaths Lord has taken? Nobody can count. So how many creations took place? Nobody can count. How many Lord Nrsimhadev, how many times he appeared? Nobody can count. How many times Prahlad Maharaj took birth? Nobody can count. But this time Prahlad was Soma Sarma in his past life. That was told by Sri Suta Goswami to 88,000 rishis. Thank you very much.